I'm David Thal. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the first movement of the Ewazen trumpet sonata. Mind the chord in the middle. A little background knowledge on the piece that's going to provide some context. Eric Ewazen is an American composer who writes mainly for winds. He wrote this sonata in 1995 for Chris Gecker of the American Brass Quintet to premiere at the International Trumpet Guild Conference. Yeah, that's right. It was a piece written by a guy who's still alive. Surprising. Let's see. Pieces written for this conference are usually very elaborate chord structures and have a lot of intricate ornaments. Every year it's kind of like a big game between all the old white guys who can write the weirdest, most complicated piece that's hard to perform and hard to play. Basically, it's just a very dense theory for contemporary chord structure. Let's see. The performance of the piece I'm going off of is of Chris Gecker himself performing the sonata, so it's very true to the original content. Okay, so moving on. Like I said, it's a very dense contemporary piece of music at first glance, but if we zoom out, we see that Ewazen is still following the sonata form very closely. There's just a bunch of non-structural and transient modulations thrown in there because Ewazen thought it sounded good, and at that time composers were living in a post-rule society, kind of Mad Max Fury Road composition, if you will. And with that in mind, he actually follows quite a few conventions of the typical sonata form. Let's see, we start off in a nice slow P0. That's the lento in lento, allegro, molto, which is the name of the movement. For about 18 seconds, no real key center until it lands in E flat minor, which is the home key. Don't pay attention to the key signature, which puts it in B flat. It's actually E flat minor. Let's see. So the P theme comes in at about 22 seconds. It sounds like this. Oh, I played it in the wrong key. So that's the P theme. You're going to be hearing that a lot. Let's see. So P theme. He then uses the play it again idea to reintroduce the theme. Only it's in the piano this time, and Ewazen wrote the trumpet to just be doing basically a bunch of weird background stuff. Very triplet-y, just a bunch of weird hard trumpet stuff. Let's see. At about 2:23, Ewazen plays the P theme in the relative major key. Sorry, my brain's not working. So that means something's about to happen. Clearly. At 3:17, he throws that P theme back in there one more time, because why not? Mad Max. Then he plays it in D flat major, which is the dominant of G flat major. That means we're entering the TR section. It's that sort of movement that's going to persist throughout the S section. It's clearly sorry. So then he throws that P theme in there in G flat major, and then we enter the S section. And the S theme, it sounds like Just digga-digga-da. It's very Gershwin-y. That sort of sound is gonna, show up throughout the S theme and the P theme, especially through the development section. So there's no real codetta to end the exposition section. It just goes straight into the development section, where it plays the P theme in a different key. Yeah, he's gonna play the P theme in a bunch of different keys, and the S theme in a bunch of different keys. There's no real rhyme or reason to any of it. It's very dense, weird, contemporary stuff. So lasts for about a minute, well, or a couple minutes, but it's kind of weird sounding. And then onto the recap. It starts at about 6 minutes with that good old P theme, and then a quick transition into the S theme, something like that. Only the S theme is in E flat minor this time, so. Sounds like that. Before it goes through this big sequence, boom, 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 before finally ending on a half cadence. No, he doesn't give you that nice resolution. It's more of a codetta, because he just sort of marinates on that dominant with the trumpet playing around that, but no, it never really concludes. It doesn't give you that nice EEC, or no, not EEC, that nice resolution. So he's, it was a clear act of defiance. Yeah. Well, that's about all I had. It's a weird piece, but sounds good. Thank you.